All right, guys, nice haul here. The cat was sold separately, but about 2 months ago I ordered this stuff, and a few days ago it showed up. I thought I would run straight home and do an unboxing video. That didn't turn out to be the case. I opened it secretly and selfishly to myself. I turned it into a personal, private event. Much fun. But anyway, this is the haul. We're going to go over this. We're going to go over the good. We're going to go over the bad. What I intend to do with it, etc. So, what is this? This is shaky camera. Besides that, we have the, there's a number of different packages you can order online, and depending on what you want to spend, what you want to get, etc. So what I sprung for is the deluxe British starter and the deluxe French starter, which really only excluded, I think there's some road systems and little piddly things like that that I could do without, things I can cover on my own without what is offered. So I went with what I went with, and with the French, with these deluxe starter boxes. Now the starter sets, this would be the French starter set, and that's the British up here. You get a boatload of sprues. So your infantry, your cannon, your leaders. Here's a typical sprue, and your 95th. So on the left is your 95th, and then your normal infantry, line infantry, upper right artillery, and a leader. So that would, and then the other sprue consists of, well, there's actually two other sprues. You've got some, what is this? Heavy cavalry sprue. You get what, 3 of these? And your light cavalry sprue, which is also, I think, three of these. And then also you get, and this is really cool. I had no idea. Let me come to this last. Again, I apologize for the camera all over the place. You get your flag sheets, which are, copies are made easily enough, but still, it's just dull, flat paper. It's not shiny cardstock, which has occurred in some things. Makes it look more realistic, etc. But you've got every flag you could want here. So that was cool. And you get some crappy dice. I don't even know why they bother. And a painting guide, which I don't have on me right now. And then additionally, I got some paint sets, which at the time I had considered painting these guys up. We'll get to that. Don't know that that will happen because of the 28mm blowout paint sessions I've had. And then you also get, I'll just stop being lazy and get a, oh no, see, I don't forget which one comes in the, you get one of these Sarisa Precision structures. So this would be the DeCoster's house. I can't remember, and I apologize if this came in the French or the British box set. But you'll get this, and then the other one is the La Belle Alliance, or however you say that, house. And then there's some more things, because I ordered the deluxe set. Where do I even put stuff? It came with Layson scenery pack. So basically 15mm Layson, which is going to be awesome. And then I also got the Google scenery pack. I don't know if I can get away with both of these on the table at once. I do have, what am I up to now, 10 feet long on the table, something like that. Either way, I'll be able to use both of those at some point. Then you get a special figure. This is Evert's Eagle, or Evert's. And it consists of, that's probably the bad side to show you, but it has a guy on the other side of the horse, kneeling down, fighting against a soldier with an eagle. And then you have some salt engineers for the Hugo scenery. These would be French. The cat is heated up and running around because I don't know why she does this. But to come back to what I was saying, the cool thing is this, and I had no idea they were going to do this. On the ACW Epic Battle stuff, they did just a little booklet, just a little tiny magazine type booklet, supplementary material for black powder. This is none such. It is a full-blown black powder rule book, but redone to encompass and fit the epic scale, and specifically the Napoleonic Waterloo epic scale. Everything from the pictures will have Napoleonic epic stuff to the examples. Any wording that needed to be changed to coincide with epic battles has been done. I couldn't believe this. This is awesome. I mean, this really blew me away that they did this. Very cool, very happy. And it's also signed, for those of you that care, by Mr. Priestley and Jarvis Johnson. So each starter set will come with one of these. So as I got the British and the French, I have two of those. And what else did I get? My God, where do I start? Again, because I got the deluxe set, that's not all. The British deluxe set will also consist of another box of supplementary British Light Cavalry Brigade to beef those forces up. Another box of British Heavy Cavalry Brigade. And two more boxes of British Infantry Brigade. So if what you got in the starter box isn't enough, this will beef it up just fine. And essentially the same thing with the French, right? Except the sprues are blue. And again, I said you get your rule book and your supplementary box of French Light Cavalry Brigade, supplementary box of French Heavy Cavalry, and two boxes of French Infantry. So lots of stuff to work on. All your bases come included. So you don't have to buy those separately. That's greatly appreciated. That was also done the same way in the ACW stuff. So how am I approaching this? Well, at one point I had considered painting these guys, but after doing, again, I've said this 1,000 times, so here's 1,001. After painting over 800 28mm stuff, soldiers, I'm kind of burned out on the painting thing. I'm leaving it to where if I want to paint these guys in the future, that's fine. So nothing's getting glued onto the bases. But that leads us to one minor complaint. So part of the selling point of this is you can play right out of the box. But I have to say, and I don't know that it will show up right on camera. If you go online, it may show up better. I'm a little miffed. Is that the word? By the red, the hue or the tone of red that was the final chosen production result that was released. The cat is fine, she's just being a weirdo. This is a very, almost, it brings to mind a toy-like red. I don't know how else to describe it. It's slightly disappointing. It needs to be, in my opinion, darker. And then you say, well, that's easily enough accomplished. Get some spray paint and paint them. Well, not so easy actually, because you have to get paint that sticks to plastic. And this day and age, at least this stage in the game of spray paint, apparently the number of available red hues for paint that will stick to plastic is a minimum. And I went to Lowe's a day or two ago on the hunt for some decent red paint that will look good and stick to the plastic, and none was to be found. So remains to be seen how I deal with that. I may just let it ride. If I want the little fancy painty guys, I have 28mm for that, so maybe we'll just let that ride. Anyway, the leaders I'm basing on these wooden discs that I got at Hobby Lobby. I just like to look better as opposed to the little square bases that come with the kit. And I've already started with some of these guys. The other thing I would add is with these little nutcrackers, because I say that because if you look at them like this, they just look like little nutcrackers standing side by side. It's almost cute. The cannon that came in the starter box, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and I haven't broken them all off the sprue yet. But before I even got to that, 4 of them were broken, and that is to say the little, one of the little axles there was just broken, so I had to glue it together. That was a little irritating. Don't know if that happened in production or during shipping. I mean, this stuff came from England, so I suppose that's a possibility. Minor thing, easily fixed. Not as irritating as the color red, the hue of red that was finally chosen. I almost wonder if Warlord, they would never admit this, but I wonder if they would had chosen a different color, and when it was released, they said, "Oh my, this is not what we had agreed upon." But you know what? We've got a warehouse full of this stuff now, so here we go. I wonder about that. What else? So again, will I paint these? No, probably not. But I'm leaving it so that the option remains if I decide to do so in the future. So for instance, these guys are not glued on. There, the pegs were left in place and pegged in with the ACW. I cut the pegs off and just glued them on. So I'm leaving my options open. The basing, I'd already said I would do. I went ahead and used the static grass that I used for the 28mm stuff. Was worried it might be a little too long, too big, disproportionate, but I think it's fine. Works out just fine. Using the old, just put it in the bottle with some holes, shake up the bottle, glue down your base, and just start squeezing it out of the bottle. Works like a charm. And once you do that, you'll get something that looks like these over here. So I left them on the sprue for ease of applicability, and I'll be, I don't know if you can see or not, but it's hard to see the peg holes. So what I'll do is get toothpicks and run them through so I can see where I'm putting the guys on. And some more over here. These are all the bases, well, at least most of them, that came in the British Star box. It didn't take long to base them when you do it like this. And it's done, so I can spend today working on that, as I went to work and found out I don't have to work today because I failed to check the schedule. I work tomorrow, so there's my one Saturday a month taking place under my nose. Was there anything else I wanted to say? I don't know that there is. Oh, actually, a couple more things. They did already. This stuff had just started shipping, and they already put up for pre-order the first wave or next wave of available stuff, which will consist of the Highlanders and the 95th in skirmish mode. For some folks, that is a big, huge deal to have the Highlanders in, or the Highlanders, the 95th in skirmish mode, because with these guys, they're just in line formation, and some people are irritated about that. The reasoning behind that is such that at Waterloo, they didn't fight predominantly in skirmish mode. They stayed in formation. So to please the public, they released them in skirmish mode. And then we also have the old and middle guard for the French, who is on pre-order as well. I went ahead and ordered 2 boxes each of those. And then future releases I can predict will consist of, as has already been stated, the Prussians. Don't know how deep they'll go with that. For those of you wondering if there will be Brunswickers and Dutch Belgians and et cetera, I'm not sure, again, how deep they go. The deeper they go, the better, in my opinion, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that's the haul. I've got guys to clip out here and snap onto the bases in the kitchen here because the game room is full of game stuff. The entire house almost has been taken over. All right, I think that's it. I'll let you guys go, and any future updates, etc., I'll keep you posted. Everybody be safe and have a good weekend.